Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I am going to be doing a walkthrough of a brand new Decanic Journey Companion that I created. It is in PDF form. I use it within my Goodnotes application on iPad. And so I have shown my other journal, right? My actual tarot journal. And I had this spot here for the Decan walk. And it was just getting too long because the Decan walk is going to be a year-long process. And there's, different kinds of information that I want to use along that way. So I had mentioned that I was going to create something for myself that was more like link oriented so that I could go right to where it is that I'm looking. So I created this digital app, or not digital app, but digital journal. I'm not sure what all it'll work in. If you have a different device and would like to test it out for me, let me know, okay? I would be happy to somehow send you a copy or something if you have a different device other than iPad. Like if you have a Samsung tablet or an Android tablet and you want to try it, let me know, okay? As long as you can give me feedback or make a video on how it works within that so that I can also share that with my customers, I would be greatly appreciated. Or it would be greatly appreciated, and I would greatly appreciate it because I don't have any of those other tablets, so there's no way for me to know 100%. I believe they'll work on those, but I don't know how those actual applications work on different, the features might be different. So anyways, let's get into this. So I have a couple of different extras. So extra 1 is at the beginning of the journal. Extra 2 is at the end of the journal. What I've done with my extra 1, and you just click on it, is I put Decan Walk, a little bit of art. When it started, which was the spring equinox, this is what it looked like in the sky actually, because I also follow, sorry about that, because I follow true Sidereal astrology as well, as doing the Decan Walk, which if you've been here before on my channel, you already know that. So anyways, this is what I did for the first page, and I created more than one page for it. So on the second page, I had brought over from my previous, or from my tarot journal, what I had wrote up about the origins of the Decans and some artwork showing the Decans on the coffin lids and how it started in ancient Egypt and yada, yada, yada. So I wanted that also in the beginning of my Decan journey. And then I put a spot for the Decan wheel. So you just grab a copy and, of whatever Decan wheel you wish, or if you have one in a book, you can take a picture of it and put it right in there and just crop it down. So there's the Decan wheel. This right here takes you back to the index page. You can just swipe it over for the front page, or you can click on that to take you back to the index. All the links take you back to the index over here. So then we have a dignities chart, because dignities, which I've talked about in my initial video on doing the Decan walk, I will put a link down below to that if you want to refer to, understanding, if you haven't already, what the Decans are and how I plan to do it for myself, this Decan walk. So I had discussed all of the different dignities, debilitations, detriments, fall, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I created a link for that. Now we get into all the 36 Decans. Each one of the Decans is separated by 10 days in each of the 12 different astrological signs. So we've got Aries, and what I've done here for you, this is, although this is my copy, this is in all of them. So you can see next to it what the actual symbol is. Okay, so even if you wanted to put like your own birth chart on one of these, you can, and to check out, you know, like your birth cards and stuff like that based on the dates and all that. You could do that. So they're linkable. There's my Aries, and I've created another Aries page. I'll show you how. I'm gonna get rid of it really quick, move page to trash it, and how to create another one. The reason I have 2 Aries, which I will again in a minute when I show you how I do it, is on the first one, I'm gonna put, like, after I've gone through the actual full Aries cycle, the whole 30 days, I'm gonna write down a little bit of a journal entry talking about my whole experience through all of the decans. And if you're anything like me, my memory is going to wane. And if you plan on doing this more than once, it might be good to refer back to it, or just to refer back to it in general as part of layering for your tarot journey. But anyways, on each of the main zodiac sign pages, I have included the symbol, as well as the constellation is down here. This symbol right here takes you right back to the index page. Now, the next one, these under here are all linked as well, under each one of them, for the decans. So the first decan, I have several pages. Oh, I did forget to show you. This is how you add a page. So we're going to go to the Aries. The second page of Aries that I was going to add, and I go right to this little, make sure you can see it, right to this little plus within a page. Click on that. It says after. You can choose before, after, and last page, but I'm choosing after, so it would be after the current one that you're on, and I'm going to choose current template. So I'm going to click on that, and bam, I've got a second page, a second Aries page. So the second Aries page is, I am going to be putting all of the, like, characteristics, all of the nitty-gritty information about the zodiac sign of Aries, like characteristics, like planetary rulers, like what it's dignified in, what it's in fall, and just all those particular things that I want to add into this page. Okay, now if I wanted to just scroll, I could scroll to my next Aries one, or because I have several pages for each one, I can hit 1. And I've added, this is my Aries 1. This was all the information that I did for Aries 1, which I already kind of went over all that. But so now I could keep scrolling if I wanted to, and I move on to Aries 2. Or I can go hit the number 2 under Aries, and it takes me to the second decan of Aries. I have already provided, let me show you a blank page that I have not done yet. We'll go to Gemini. I have already provided all of the planetary and zodiac signs, symbols, on each one of the pages, okay? So that's something that's already there for you, and all these symbols, all that's already provided for you in this. So we go back to the second one. This was my second one in Aries. So I've got journal prompts and ponderings that I can put in there. You pretty much have a blank slate to put in whatever you want. That's the spread that which I'm going to be putting a link down below to Marlena Teresa's channel as well. And please follow along if you're not already, which most of you probably are, but if you're not, please follow along with her, because she is also providing a spread for each one of the decans or decans. It's supposed to be pronounced decans, I believe. So she is providing a very good spread for each one of them. And then on the next page, I am doing a write-up on what it means for the sun in Aries for the second decan, which was Three of Wands, right? And as I've also been putting in each time a chart of what's actually in the sky on the day that the decan begins, because I'm also charting that. And we see that the sun is still in Pisces. It doesn't actually enter Aries until like the 21st of April. So, and so you can see that's where the sun is. The sun is not in Aries. It doesn't matter. But I'm writing up a little bit more information. Like, for instance, in this decan, it was like associated with Ket, ancient Egyptian god or spirit or whatever. And I've done limited research, but I haven't found anything on Ket. I went through different like ancient deities and everything, and I can't find anything on Ket. So if you can, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you found it, or send me a message or something. But I did find that this decan appears to be associated with Persephone and Anubis, among others. And this definitely makes me feel like it has something to do with the underworld. And like I said, when I have researched Ket, nothing seems to come up for me on the ancient Egyptian god. However, I'm also guessing that this has to do with the underworld. This kind of surprises me, other than the fact of the only thing that it makes me think of is that the reason why it has to do with the underworld is because technically with the sun in Aries, Aries being the very first constellation in the zodiac on the wheel, and the sun starting in that, it's like the rebirth. So maybe that's what it means, is when Persephone comes back up, and when Anubis, what does he do? I don't remember. I know Anubis is associated with the afterlife, but I'm not exactly sure how that goes. Does he eat the souls, or I don't know. I don't know. I've got to do research on that. But anyways, that's what I'm thinking that it's associated with. And then these are the actual cards. I used a different tarot deck, and this is from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I also used one of Drea Bloom's books, which I also put in another video, using different prompts for the Three of Wands for Aries 2. And I did the same thing for Aries 1. Different journal prompts for Two of Wands. Formerly Andy Matzner, but now Drea Bloom. But I believe that the books are still published under Andy Matzner. I showed it. I don't have it right here. It's upstairs. So anyways, now we move on to the third decan that we're in. And this is what was actually in the sky on April 11th. I still have to do my research on the ancient and or Greek and Hermetic, spirit associations, which I'll be putting here. And then I've got my journal prompts and ponderings for the third one. I have put the dates in. You can easily do the same thing using your app. And then this is the spread. Yes, this is the spread that Marlena Teresa did for the third one, which is wonderful. And this is where I'll also be doing a write-up of, in terms of astrology, what it could mean to have Venus in Aries. And then we move on to Taurus. And you can add another page. What I've done, I've only put one page, as you can see, Well, in the last one I created an extra one because I roughly have like 4 pages. It could be more per one. But this particular, if you end up getting this particular journal, it comes with one for each. And then you can expand on it as you want. See, like this one, all I have to do is hit the 3 buttons or the 3 dots, go down here, move to trash, trash. So technically there is one Taurus page, main Taurus page, which you can use however you see fit, which it also has your astrological symbol and your constellation of what it looks like up in the sky. And then a page for Taurus 1, you could put the dates in there, you can put whatever information you want, and however, for whatever reasons you're doing the Decan walk. It's just a, expandable blank canvas for you with like pretty space images. And there's the 3. But if you want to expand it like what I have, you simply, again, go to the plus button inside of the page. Make sure it's after. It could be before, but I always do after. And hit the actual current thing that it's on. The current theme that it's on. And there we go. So now I have another one. And I'll probably be creating a couple more pages. But go back to this. This is your link for this page. And I want to show you each one of these pages. So Taurus symbol and has its constellation. Gemini has its symbol and the constellation. All of them do. So this is just pretty much designed to help you find whatever it is that you're looking for at a push of a button, and easily accessible for those who do digital planning. So if you have any questions, oops, I'm already on that page. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below. I will be putting a link to this particular journal, this particular companion for your Decanic Journey digital. It is PDF, so you could technically use it on your computer. But the thing is, you can't necessarily, unless you are just taking pictures and then uploading them to your computer to put it on that way. I like using them on apps because the actual, when I go into edit, these are all the options that I have within this particular Goodnotes application. So depending on what device you're using, like a Samsung tablet, or they have their own applications that have different, editing tools. So you would know better what particular applications that you would use for that. Okay? So if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. I will be putting links to where you can purchase this if you would like to obtain it. I will also be putting a link to Marlena Teresa's videos because, and her channel, because she is wonderfully putting out a new, new information on every Decan, which is wonderful, but not just that. She is also doing the spreads. So she has done 3 thus far. This was for the first spread, the first Decan, the second spread, and the third spread. So I encourage you to go on over there if you haven't already, which you probably have, but if you haven't, go and check it out, subscribe, and also you can follow along in the Boho Weavers, the Boho Tarot group on Facebook, because she is also putting posts in there. So it's just a wonderful resource, and it's going to be a year-long journey. So having something that helps keep you organized if you are doing digital planning, or even if you've never done it before, this could be like your intro into it to see how efficient it can be and how beautiful you can make it. So anyways, thank you for joining me, and I am sending you love always.